Hi everybody, here's Krystian from TeamworkCast.
And this is Martin from Ice Analyzer.
And this is Netrunning with TeamworkCast. This is the Hiveworld tournament in Cologne, our local store here at the 13th of September, I think. It is the round number 3, and on left we have. Actually, I'm not in this shot right now. On left it's Lewis, and he's playing Personal Evolution. On the right we have FFOX playing Andromeda. And I would like to welcome our guest here, Martin. How are you doing, Martin?
Hi, yeah, I'm all right. I still got the same cold that I had when I went on Run Last Click, so I'm going to be sounding all snotty and gross. But other than that, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, we're both sick, so that's fine. It's going to be sick cast.
Yeah, and it's going to be sniffly cast. It's going to be great.
Everybody will enjoy this. So we already begin, and we have Lewis playing a short gamble here.
Straight in on the hedge fund there.
It's hedge fund,
short gamble.
Whatever.
It's the same card. It's the same
isn't
card.
It? You understand. You understand.
It's the one that you get it in your opening hand, and you're like, yep, that's a card. Okay.
That's something I can start with. So Lewis, we saw Lewis in the previous game here. Of course, you weren't here. He is a very aggressive player. He's playing a very aggressive Personal Evolution deck, and of course,
gosh.
Oh, there's a sure gamble.
I tell you what, straight in on those two remote servers there for their Personal Evolution. That's some aggressive Jinteki play. I like that.
Yeah, that's the Jinteki kind of type that became very popular in German nationals. And FFOX here is of course a semi-champion of Germany, and of course I think he's even a champion in Netherlands.
Oh, did you just undo that?
Oh, I think he did.
Yeah, then went straight in on the account siphon. Okay,
siphon.
That's probably a good shout.
Yeah, it's a good play against especially this kind of Jinteki, because they usually don't play too much ice.
Yeah.
And keeping their money low is good, because they can trigger traps. Of course, at 4 credits they can still trigger a snare, so... Ugh.
Yeah, that's the frustrating thing. Like, if you want to hurt that kind of Jinteki actually economically, then you have to get them to 0. Like, any amount of money and you're in trouble. It's difficult. Difficult
indeed.
Yes.
Alright,
go straight in. Oh, takes a Gila. That's the thing you want.
Yes. Gila is something that Jinteki really wants to score early. And because it gives him the money to activate all the traps, and snatching that away is a big play for Alex here.
Definitely. The ability to hits a snare.
Hits a snare.
Yep, he's playing against Jinteki.
Yeah.
I really
just
like...
throws in all the cards. Look at this. Oh, he's having none of this.
See, I always find when you play against this kind of Jinteki, it's a game to see how quickly you can figure out if you need any of your cards or if it's just health points, you know?
Yeah. Like, you kind of have to... You will have to commit to just getting rid of a lot of your cards.
Yeah. I'm wondering... Like, my first thought when I see this kind of Jinteki hit the table, and I played one of these for a while, is... do I need any of my breakers? Do I need anything? And also, am I running Levy AR lab access so I can, prevent that kind of junk?
Also, like, recurring stuff like Deus Ex is incredibly effective.
Oh, that's interesting. They got a Jackson on the table and he decided to use it immediately. That's not... That's
he didn't have too many cards in this discard pile, but just getting back the snare in there is, I think, incredibly effective.
That is true. That makes me wonder, though, how many Jacksons this PE is actually running.
Ooh, and then Alex fearlessly runs again. Ooh, and he finds a Fetal Eye and Ronin. And, man, the way he just throws in his hand in there is just so sassy.
Yeah,
so much sass.
Real sense of... I feel like you have to be appropriately spiteful against this kind of Jinteki, you know?
You kind of have to... You run with hate.
Like, hey, you're going to play like this with me? Fine, screw you. Like, I've got this whole deck here that you apparently don't care about at all, so... Oh, there goes another siphon.
This is going to be a game of aggression. Both players incredibly aggressive right now. Wow, the sparks are flying.
And it's fun to see these siphons land, because, again, if he doesn't need any of his cards as the runner, then he's literally just doing it to hurt the corp, which is kind of cool, I think.
It's interesting that he's just swimming in tags right now. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, Psychic Field.
Psychic Field.
But he's got no money, so he's safe. It's okay. He just has to bet 0 and he's fine.
And then
That's
he
lucky.
scores. Wow!
Okay.
He scores a House of
Really,
Knights.
just throwing cards around at this point. I'm loving that.
Well, you know, you have to remember, this is a very large table, so it's not very easy to reach all over this huge gap there. So maybe this is also, you know, there's a practical reason for this. But yes, there's also a lot of sass in this. And of course, Alex is a very experienced player. He played at a lot of tournaments, and so you know he is.
Okay, putting a Crypsis down. That's
good choice.
That's a good shout. You know, just in case you need an icebreaker, then Crypsis is the shout. Is the one I think. So
I think it's very card efficient, and it gets you through everything that Lewis will send you. Lewis probably won't have any high strength ice. So he will just have this like little annoying ice, so that's probably the best choice here.
yeah, that's a really good idea actually. I'd never thought of using Crypsis against this kind of Jinteki PE before, but yeah, it's a really good shout because you got all the money in the world,
Yeah.
and you might just need to break something at one point, so whatever.
Of course, he can't be running like too often with this one during the round. But yeah, he saw a newer MP there, so he knows that he can't finish a turn without any cards on hand, or he will be dead.
Yeah, although I feel like that's a good shout against Jinteki anyway. Just if you don't have any cards in hand, you're in some trouble.
Drawing up cards here.
I'm also interested to see if the Jinteki player is running one of Scorch, because that's not uncommon in Jinteki.
I know that at some point Lewis was running Scorch, and I died to it also, so this might be the case. So like floating attacks might not be the best choice here. He gets out an R&D interface and he dirty laundries. I guess in the archives? Or no, the HQ.
Oh, maybe? No, it must be HQ, yeah.
No!
Oh, okay. No.
Lewis does the thing where he shuffles cards and installs them. He doesn't even know where they are.
God, that's such a great Jinteki move. I love when you get to do that. Like, I'm putting down 3 remotes this turn, and I don't care which one's which. So, I'll figure it out next turn.
Brutal.
He's got enough money that he's... looks like he's got enough money that a Siphon isn't too much of a threat right now.
6, 7, 8 credits, I think.
Yeah. So unless he double siphons, well, one siphon would turn off a snare, but other than that, he's still quite risky.
Let's see about that. He runs an R&D, and there's a what is it again?
Yagura?
Yagura, yes. Code gate, 0 strength, 2 subroutines. One of them does a damage. Alex breaks it, and there is a
takes a
Gila hands.
Look at the way he reaches across the table. Give me one of them cards.
Yeah, like immediately, like gimme. Oh, and that's a winning agenda, and it's over.
Hey,
wow.
Okay, that was a good masterclass in how to play against that kind of Jinteki.
Run fearlessly, just get those agendas. Although he did have some good draw. I think we're gonna publish some statistics on his card access. He had some pretty amazing access in this game.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's impressive. I like to see that kind of Jinteki PE get taken apart, because from playing it and from playing against it, I think it's quite easy to complain about again. Excuse me, can't speak words properly.
It's okay. Words are difficult.
It's quite difficult to play against that type of deck, unless you like really have a sort of game plan like that. So yeah. Oh, what's this? Is this Replicating Perfection, or is this PE?
Replicating Perfection. We're going to see in a second game. Before, I think we're going to call it quits for now, and then we're going to move on to the second game. So before we leave, where can people see your stuff, Martin?
They can see, they can go to my podcast at onovideogames.com. It is the Ice Analyzer podcast. I also do the Ono Video Games podcast with a bunch of my pals. You can find my Patreon at patreon.com/ONVG, and you can find us on iTunes. So, yeah, thanks.
Excellent show, and you don't have too many episodes out right now, right? You have like 5 episodes in or so?
No, we record pretty patchily. We don't have a regular schedule. We just do stuff when we get excited. So,
but certainly one of the hilarious Netrunner podcasts, something I have a lot of fun with. So if you're not familiar with those guys yet, you should check them out. And thank you for joining me for this short game.
Cheers.
Here.
No, it was cool.
Are you familiar with the movie Hackers?
I haven't actually seen it, but like I'm aware of the cultural meme that is hackers within Netrunner.
So are you aware of the tagline of Hackers?
No, I'm more familiar with the Das Racist lyric that Hackers is a quality film, so, you know.
So the only words from Hackers that you, the only sentence from Hackers you need to learn is Hack the planet! Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Great.
Shit on me.